Hey guys, my name is Jacoby Jones. No, not that one. Welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be designed for just to teach you things, especially cooking. And today we have a special scenario for you, and I'm really excited about it. You're sitting in a quad with only $10 in your pocket, looking at your next class schedule, what you're doing, what to email, and things like that. Oh, never mind, you're actually just playing a video game. And then all of a sudden, it's a message from your wife or girlfriend or significant other saying, I can't wait till tonight. So you're freaking out because you don't know what's going on tonight. So you flip through it, you look at your calendar, and then you realize something. It's February 14th. Valentine's Day. Oh no. If you go to the store, you only have $10 to complete the full meal. That's 5 things: protein, starch, vegetables, dessert, drink. I don't include salt and pepper in that, and butter, because you can get that at local restaurants. Any other spices that comes out of that. Let's go shopping. As you can see, I spent $9.09. And let's put it all together. First of all, we're going to chop the onions. What you want to do is take the bottom off, and then we're going to take the sides, the paper side off of the onion, because that's not good eats at all. I am not a professional chef, so the chopping is going to be really rough chopping. It's okay though, because in the end we're only going to use half of this onion, and even that we're probably only going to use about a quarter. You can save the onion going on. You can save the other half if you want to. If you see here, I'm going ahead and chopping off the top. Then I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to do something little fancy that chefs do all the time. It's really not that hard. You just kind of slice up and down like that. And then you're going to chop it off the other side like you'll see me do in just a second. There you go. Notice like the chunks aren't perfectly even or even things. I'm not a professional chef. Once again, I just like to enjoy to cook for my friends and family. So you're just going to take this half an onion and put it in a bowl to set aside. We're going to use this here in a little bit. Now we're going to move on to the corn. The corn is probably one of the trickiest things to cut, just because there's a lot of hair and fuzzies in it. So what you want to do is I'm going to cut off the top and the bottom where it connects to the stalk, and then I will start peeling back the leaves. The leaves are, if I was grilling, I would throw this corn on this whole, get a nice good char, but I'm not grilling right now. I'm going to put this in the oven here in a second, and you'll see. And you notice I'll just peel off all this excess husk, and once I get down to the fur, the hair, I'll try to get as much off with my hands as I can. And then what I will do is I will go to the sink and wash off the rest of the hair. And then we'll move on to the next step. And we're moving on to the pepper. What you want to do is chop the end off first, because you just can't really do anything with it. And then I'm going to split this pepper in half. This is the Anaheim chili pepper. I was going to do a stuffed poblano, but the poblanos were out at the store. So, you know, some people may be a little sensitive to peppers, so you may want to wear gloves on this. An Anaheim pepper is around uh, 500 to 2500 Scoville unit. Um, the compared to a jalapeno, a mild jalapeno, is about 1,000 to 1,500. So it does have a little spice to it, but it's not too terribly bad. Um, if you want to, you could also use a bell pepper in replace of this pepper. This part of the recipe is very open to discussion on what you should use. And what I'll do after this, I'll go ahead and I'll take this to the sink as well and wash out all the seeds and stuff. So now we're going to talk about some of the seasoning I'm using. Is just salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and also moving on to the rice, which is a little bit complicated in some parts. If you follow the recipe on the back of the rice thing, it's usually pretty good. So 2 parts water to 1 part rice for 2 servings. Um, and that's usually about it. You want to place everything into your pan, and you're going to bring this up to a boil, and then turn it down to simmer, and put a lid over it to finish and cooking for 15 minutes. Your patience will be rewarded. And while your rice is cooking, you could get your corn ready to go in the oven. Simple, easy recipe in the corn. You're just going to take some butter. Um, you're going to slather this thing in butter. You're going to cover the whole entire thing in butter. You know, it just adds a little flavor. It also adds a little browning agent to it, so you can get a nice little browning in some spots. I just use a tablespoon to kind of smooth it around. Some people use knife, whatever. We're going to eventually take the corn off the cob, which you'll see in a minute why. After that, you're going to take some salt. You're going to sprinkle some salt on it. This gives it a nice flavor enhancer. It's what salt is a flavor enhancer. Then you're going to take some pepper, just to add a little bit more flavor, and then garlic powder. I kind of messed up right there, but it's all right. So you're going to set your oven to around 425 for both the corn and the peppers when I get ready to put them in the oven. You see here, the corn's going in, and about 15 minutes later when the rice is done, the corn is almost done. It's going to need a couple minutes though. So I'm going to turn the stove top off, so I can take the rice off and get ready for the peppers to be stuffed. And here's the rice right here. It looks pretty good. So here comes the fun part. We're going to take these peppers and we're going to wrap them. There's your bacon. There's your pepper and the onions. And of course, I showed you the rice earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our peppers, and we're gonna take the onions first and put it at the bottom of the pepper. That where they get the juice from the bacon all in them, and juice from the pepper up in them. Oh, it'd be so good, so moist, so tender. You're gonna take it and you're gonna stuff both peppers, just the bottom of the pepper. You don't have to stuff it to the top. That's what the rice is gonna be for. So you're gonna take it and stuff both peppers from top to bottom. Poblano pepper might have been a little better because they're a little bigger, but like I said before, they were out. So now you're going to take your rice, and you're going to stuff the peppers with them. And this one you're going to go ahead and go all the way up to the top with. This rice too is going to soak up some of the bacon juices and from the pepper and the onion. It's just going to be full of flavor. So when we're done with it all, it's going to look fantastic, and I'm going to show you how we're going to plate it once it's all done, and it's going to look beautiful. Moving on, we're going to start wrapping it in bacon. This is going to take about 2 pieces of pepper. You want to tightly wrap it as much as you can, So it'll stay on and it'll just get tighter as it cooks because that pepper will shrink a little bit. And then you're going to overlay it, and you want to make it where you wrap the end around so it's together, and then the other part of the end is on the bottom so it stays on your pepper when you go to bake it. Then you're going to repeat the process on this next one, and just do the same thing. You know, these peppers are a little funky shaped. You're just going to have to go with the flow and do your best of trying to get it to where it's together. And then when you're done, it'll look something like this. And then we'll move on. And now we're going to put them on the baking sheet to put in the oven. You're going to put them on just like this, or you can rearrange them however you want to. We're going to put them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes on the same temperature you cooked your corn. After your pepper and corn is done, you're going to shut off your oven and take them out of the oven and get ready to plate. So we're going to take the corn, we're going to cut it off the cob just like so. Watch out, the corn's going to be extremely hot. So you may need a napkin like I'm holding right here, or you could use a hot pad, or you can even use a corn shucker, however you want to do it. Just be careful when you're cutting this, make sure you don't cut yourself. You just want to turn it 90 degrees, cut a little off, turn it another 90 degrees, cut it a little off, and you see I'm almost done with this one. And then after that, you just flip it over and you cut the one where you miss on that side. And then you just discard the corn cob and move on to the next step. Once you get all the corn off the cob, you're going to put it on your cutting board and set it aside because you're about to use it. So you grab your nicest plate you get. We just had some white plates lying around. And then you're going to take your corn and you're going to put it in the middle as a bed for the peppers. It's going to look beautiful after you're done with it. It's going to, you just put it right there in the middle. Make a nice little bed for this pepper to lay. Here comes my favorite part. Just bringing in that pepper, laying it across that corn to make it look so beautiful and very delicious looking, because you eat with your eyes. So you take a little pepper just over the top to kind of garnish it and make it a little prettier, and then you take a little salt to enhance the flavor even more. I hope you enjoy this the way this looks. Then you just repeat the process with the next one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys, and remember, this is my motto in the kitchen: KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Thank you guys, and bye.